Coming up, battling back from cancer twice, Susan Baldwin tells us how Turbo Jam helps her get through the day.
I saw an infomercial one night, and I saw Turbo Jam, and I was just smiling.
Plus, the unheralded group of Beachbody staffers who handle thousands of phone calls and email correspondence daily regarding Beachbody products. We'll take you to the heart of the company call center. All that and more right now on Beachbody Network News. Welcome to BNN. Susan Baldwin went to see her doctor for what she thought was a routine visit. It turned out to be anything but routine. We'll have Susan's story a little later. But first, Michael Padula is in Beachbody's LA-based call center. Michael?
Christy, the representatives here answer consumer calls all day long and field nearly every question imaginable regarding Beachbody's many products.
Thank you for calling Beachbody, where your fitness is our goal.
Beachbody's call center, affectionately known as Beachbody East, is a bustling, tight-knit group of over 100 staffers who can handle as many as 3,000 customer requests a day.
Very friendly here. Everybody know everybody.
It's called Beachbody East because these folks are in a different building from Beachbody Corporate. But everyone shares Beachbody CEO Carl Deichler's vision for top-notch customer service.
The number one rule to follow is satisfy the customer. That's the number one rule.
The best way to satisfy customers is to help them understand the products that they purchase and how the product helps them.
We are trying to build a relationship with the customer and help them to understand that we're here to support their complete needs.
And also the regular Power 90D.
What excites me the most about helping customers is to make them a repeat customer and to help them to meet in their fitness goal.
The faces behind the voices when you call Beachbody's 800 number to place an order are excited to assist. But what type of calls are their favorite?
The best calls is placing orders. That's the best call I can have throughout the day because they're kind of anxious to know about the product, what they're ordering, equipment that they'll need.
So remember, the next time you place a Beachbody order or have a question, there's a real person on the other end of the line, happy to help with a quick, knowledgeable answer.
Thanks, Michael. Wow, that call center is quite a busy place. Now, we mentioned Susan Baldwin earlier. Susan always had a problem with her sinuses, but when she went to see her doctor, a quick appointment turned into a long-term nightmare. It started as a routine outpatient doctor visit 15 years ago for Susan Baldwin. She was supposed to have elective surgery to clear out her sinus cavities. Unfortunately, it became much more complicated.
The doctor was actually just going to clean out my sinuses. So he said, I'm going to put you under, I'm going to take that node out because it's problematic. I was 39 at the time. Turned out to be squamous cell carcinoma. It was a head and neck cancer.
In addition to receiving a diagnosis of stage 3 squamous cell carcinoma, the second most common form of skin cancer, Susan had to make the toughest choice of her life.
The doctors in New Jersey were saying, you should have radiation now. The doctors in New York said, you don't need to until we find the tumor. So, you know, it was a tough decision. I opted not to do radiation at that time. I had a modified neck dissection. They had to take out 50 nodes. I was pretty beat up for a while.
For 9 years, she lived cancer-free, but then came the terrifying news that the cancer had returned, and this time the diagnosis was much worse.
I went for a scan, and it was back. And, you know, in the same spot in my neck, but moving into the chest wall, and that was scary. I had to have chemo, radiation, 5 days a week for 6 weeks, and a feeding tube. And so I was on my back for the biggest part of a year.
Having been diagnosed with late-stage cancer twice, Susan knew that she had to regain her strength after enduring weeks of chemotherapy and radiation treatments. She searched for a workout regimen to suit her needs, and after many trials and errors, she came across Turbo Jam. She's been working out to it ever since.
I wasn't a gym kind of person, so I had to find things that work for me. I saw an infomercial one night, And I saw Turbo Jam, and I was just smiling at her energy and her zest for life. So I ordered it. Since then, I've been doing it religiously, and I love it. I found things that motivated me: exercise, eating right, finding things that worked for me, and trying to find balance, always finding gratitude, always being grateful for every day that I woke up and I wasn't sick.
Although the primary cancer has never been found, she remains optimistic about her future and continues to take each day as it comes. For Susan, keeping both a strong body and mind will help fight against her cancer ever returning. Susan recently had her yearly PET scan and is pleased to tell us that the results came back negative. Susan, please keep us updated on your progress. Now, if you have an inspirational story like Susan, or a story about how Beachbody has inspired you, tell us, like Beachbody coach Makisha Lee. Makisha won $1,000 in the $1 Million Body Game and became so inspired that she just had to write about it. She wrote a poem, and we'd like to share a small part of it. MDB community are the real biggest losers, getting fit the old-fashioned way. All are real people getting results through exercising and good nutrition as a lifestyle every day. Monthly winners get prizes of $10,000 or at the grand prize finale, more. If you're a coach, everyone gets one, maybe a trip to Mexico. Work is far from a bore. If you tune into BNN to get health tips with the latest updates on all the latest news, you will see all the muscle you can gain and even all the weight that you'll lose. It's your decision to join our community to get the body you deserve today. You need only say yes to the journey and one finger to touch the button play. Thanks, Makisha. Great job. And please keep pushing play. That's it for today. Thanks for watching. Coming up on Tuesday's webcast, the number of Beachbody coaches continues to grow at an accelerated pace. So we're taking an inside look at who makes up the Coach Relations Department and how they can help your business.
Coach Relations is the main support role for our Team Beachbody coaches. We assist the coaches with all their questions, concerns.
And we have our monthly featured coach segment. Find out how coaches win while others lose. Lose weight, that is, on the next edition of BNN. Now you can go back to your workout. We'll see you next time.